Hello world, if you're wondering what it is, wonder no more. Hey man, it's me, J. Paul, from the window to the wall. And today is episode 1 of what I promised you was coming. Yes indeed, man, Blue Room interviews. Blue Room interviews after the break. I want to interview people from all walks of life, people that I admire, people who I believe assets, to the community as well as to society. Hopes that something you hear on my platform, can motivate you to want to be your best self. Trust and believe it's going to be great content, great information given, great testimonies, and I promise you will be inspired. So to everybody that's tapped in, thank you, respect, and salute. Let's get to it. 13, 14, 15. Here we are, finally, to sit down with Miss Tawana Mac. Thank you for coming, Tawana Mac.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, no better person to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, so tell me, Tawana Mac, where did it all start for Tawana Mac?
Born and raised in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
South side.
South side?
Yep. West side too, so both.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
How many years on the south side?
I spent my childhood there from 4 on up to 13.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what was that like? Like, what were the families like over there on the south side?
It was a pretty much residential block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so everybody was working class people, families on that block, elders on that block. Everybody pretty much looked out for each other over there.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was a fun childhood.
Had block parties on your block?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your block?
Every summer we had it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Stayed on 100 in Princeton.
100 in Princeton.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so. Yeah, Catholic schools. We stayed along the tracks, so it was a dead end right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, walked to school, rain, summer, winter, Yeah, so old school, brought up old school.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the west side like? What was your age? You say, so you was on the south side till you 13, so 13 or 14 on up, you was on the west side. What was that like?
Gladys and Costner, we had a family-owned building, 3 flat. Yeah, so me and my siblings, west side. That was actually called K-Town.
K-Town. That's what Twister from, ain't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So it's called K-Town because the streets all start with K's, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That is in Costner.
Yeah.
So what was that scene like on that block?
It was it was pretty hood. I mean,
was it like was it like the first half of your life on the south side?
No, it wasn't. Yeah. Okay. That's enough said on that, but yeah.
So what was it like? Okay, you say so it's hood, it's Chicago, it's the city, so I mean it's city life as we know it. I'm from down south. We actually had WGN news on our TV every day. That was our regular TV station back home in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So we saw y'all news and saw how y'all lived our whole lives down south. And a lot of our people had, had family in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Did you indulge in the streets? Like, did you gang? Like, what you do? What was your gang?
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth?
Yeah, I plead the fifth. But I will say, I've did some things out there, hung out and by the grace of God, I was able to walk away from a lot of stuff. So, yeah, but other than that, it was cool. It was a fun time, a lot of learning, a lot of growing. Yeah, so.
So what was your family like? Like, did you grow up with your parents? Like, what was your
No, I didn't. I didn't grow up with my parents. Actually was raised in a foster home. Yeah, but she was a good woman. Yeah, she was a good woman. She took care of us. I still saw my parents. Yeah, so.
What was her name?
Miss Robinson, Jean Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She from what? South side or was on the west side? Which one?
South Side.
South Side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful woman, church-going woman. So we was brought up in a church, Catholic school, very involved in church and school, plays, talent shows. Yeah, so I was fully involved.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a structured influence in your life, like as far as like a female figure, someone who was successful in the community, you know, and cared for for a family, like a family, a full family, loving structure.
Yeah, absolutely. The dynamics changed when I moved to the West Side. You know, so it was just a different atmosphere. You know, different stuff going on the block. So yeah, got caught up a little bit out there. That's what was around us. Yeah, moved away.
But you moved away from the West Side? Where'd you go from there?
I actually moved to Phoenix some years later.
At what age? What age did you do that?
I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Well, I had a son by then.
Yeah.
Yep. So single mom.
Oh, okay.
So to the single moms out there, hey, keep up the good work. You know. Yeah.
That's what's up. So the single mom, leave Chicago and move to Phoenix, Arizona. Like, what made you choose Phoenix? Like, did you know somebody out in Phoenix or what? Like,
yeah, I actually did. I was in a relationship at the time, so yeah, it was his idea. He had people down there, so we moved there, and yeah, it was a beautiful experience. I enjoyed the state.
Yeah.
Met some good people there. Did some growing. That was my first start of growing, you know, and just maturing. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So when you say like your growth, like what's some of the things that you experienced in Phoenix that like even sparked the seed being a family, and like what was some of you guys' experiences in Phoenix?
Well, that relationship, we was together for about a year, little over a year.
That's it?
Yeah, that was it. It was a year, but we kept in contact a little bit after that, you know, but eventually it didn't work.
Yeah.
And we both moved on. He lived separate lives there. And I stayed there for about 4 more years and met some great people. The atmosphere was beautiful, you know, so that was what started my growth, and just me looking within and just seeing stuff about myself, you know, so, and being around certain people was very encouraging too. So I met some good people, good energy, and I believe that matters, you know, who you're around.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. So if you had to compare at that time Chicago to Phoenix, like what was the lifestyle like?
All the, you know, it's a lot of action. There's a lot of stuff going on in Chicago. So Phoenix was a little more laid back. Yeah, so very slowed down.
Yeah, because, you know, I hear people talk about Phoenix all the time. Of course, myself, I live there and still live not too far away. And, you know, I hear people talk about Phoenix, not enough black people. You know what I'm saying? I don't, me personally, I don't know if that's a reason to move to a place. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more so for the opportunity. So do you think, would you recommend Phoenix to anyone as far as opportunity?
At the time, I would have, you know. It's been a while since I've been living there, years, a lot of years. So I don't know what's going on right now, but at that time, yeah, it was employment, it was opportunities, you know, definitely different from Chicago in a better way. Yeah.
So while living in Phoenix, because you say you left, like, why'd you leave Phoenix? Like, what was the shift in your life?
That was a milestone. My grandma had passed away.
That was your mom or your dad, grandma?
Birth mom.
Your mom? Oh man.
Yeah. She passed away. She was in her mid-80s. So
wow.
She lived some life. She lived a good life, you know. So eventually I ended up moving back that way. I never lived in Indiana. It was my first time, but it was close to Illinois. My siblings and stuff was already there, so yeah, that was really the reason why I moved back, because of them. And my grandma passed away. Just feeling like it was time to get back around family. Yeah.
Family, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
It is what it is. So.
Yeah, because, you know, I moved like that before. It was more an emotional move for me, too, at one point. But, you know, when you make emotional moves, it seems to never work.
Yeah, I would say, it, you know, it might seem like it's not working at first, but eventually things come together and you get to see why, reasons to certain things. So, yeah, but it all works out for the good. You know, we learn from things and we get to understand what's going on so we can reflect.
So how was that for your son transitioning like that?
When I left from Phoenix, he was 13. Yep. So a backtrack on that. I had my son at 16. You know, yeah. So I was a young single mom, and I, you know, raised him. But like I said, that was a good environment for him too when I left and went to Phoenix. So he was, like I said, he was 13. He absolutely did not want to leave. He loved Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted to stay. You know, so yeah, moved to Indy. He ended up settling in his ways and stuff. You know, family was down there, so he had people to be around him. Yeah. So, but yeah, he he turned out. You know, he's good now. Yeah, that's what I can say. He's good now.
You know, you hear a lot of people say that women can't raise boys. Like, what do you? I mean, I disagree personally.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be there, the parent, parenting. You know, you can't just be gone all the time. You know, it takes a lot to raise them kids, and especially being a single mom. You know, you gotta really be there. But there was some struggles along the way. You know, because of I was one of the ones I had to work. You know, I couldn't be there all the time, so he had a lot of little time on his hands. Yeah, so yeah, but he started to act up, rolling with the wrong people, but by the grace of God, he ended up getting a lesson. You know, I believe that he learned from that lesson, and now at 26, he's 26 years old now. So, you know, he's come a long way. He still got some growing to do, but he's come a long way, and I'm proud of him.
Grown young man.
And
beautiful.
a grandma. Now I am a grandma.
A grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got how many grandchildren?
Just one.
I
think he go end up turning out like me. I end up having one child.
Oh, okay.
So, and that was something else that I was just wanting. You know, I did want more kids, but I also wanted to be more responsible that next go round. You know, so it was things that I desired at the time in order to have a second child. Yeah.
Yeah, you should. That's granddaughter. How old is she?
She's 8 now.
8 years old.
Her name's Aaliyah.
That's what's up. Shout out to Aaliyah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So coming up out there, going to Indiana from Phoenix, like, what was your occupation at the time?
At the time I was working in healthcare. Yeah, I was taking care of the people in the homes. It was pretty rewarding. It was rewarding. I met some good people.
We back, Miss Tawana Mac. Tawana Mac, took a break. We had a little technical difficulty, but we're back.
Right.
So you were saying emotional attachments that you got along your journey, working in the healthcare field. Like, how did that impact change in your life? Like,
a lot of just reflecting on my life and what am I doing with my life, you know, and just, yeah, so it was definitely a learning experience. It taught me a lot, patience, and like I said, it was very rewarding to care for people in such a way, you know, because it was needed, you know, very much so needed. And to see that, I just can't imagine being in that situation when I get older. So, just trying to do right, just wanting to do right.
Mm-hmm.
Right by people and, right by myself. So, yeah.
So did you share some of those talents, some of your talents with them?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a chef, so that's another thing that I do.
Okay. Tell the world about that.
Yeah, so with me being in Indiana, I would say after I got into healthcare, I did go to Ivy Tech. It's a community college in Indianapolis. I went and I was actually going for criminal justice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so just changing my major in culinary arts got my attention.
Oh wow, culinary arts.
Yeah, absolutely.
From criminal justice to culinary arts.
Yeah, so I started doing that. Went to school for about 1.5 years for that. Awesome experience. Ivy Tech is such a great school for that, for culinary arts. So the program, just the way they have everything structured. Yeah. So it's a great program. I did that. I ended up graduating. I was doing my own thing. I had my own catering business. So I was doing events, birthdays, parties, whatever, So I did do that for a while. It did start to get a little overwhelming for me. So after that, I started to go into another field. I was trying to figure out what else I wanted to do, because it's just never too late in your life.
Right.
You just got to put the time and effort in, and you get some stuff done.
And what was that field? Like, what was your next career choice?
So I was inspired to go into trucking.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. So I ended up leaving healthcare, the healthcare field, after being there for like 7 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was just really time for a transition. I can kind of feel God speaking to me and wanting me to move in a different direction, but obviously I felt a little guilt behind that because I didn't want to just leave my clients, so but something happened in life, and it was a situation dealing with my health, so I had to take some time off from work because I couldn't work under those conditions. But in the meantime, while I was doing that, that really that started to, well, not started to be, but that became my out.
What's that?
That became my out of healthcare that time, and I just did some reflection, and I had met someone that was in trucking, owner operator, and he kind of would put the bug in my ear. I was already around it, so I really, at that point, I took that leap to go on and into trucking. So
so what was the experience like going through the training?
So I ended up going to school for it. I went to a school that was in somewhere in Indiana. It was a great experience. It was like 4 weeks of school, and after that, you still had to take your tests. So that was that was pretty intimidating, because I didn't know anything about trucks, so based on the curriculum, it was a lot of strategic things that I had to know about the truck and all of that. So it was definitely times where I felt like I was feeling defeated. I didn't know if I was going to pass or not. It took me a while, few times to take the test after failing like 3 or 4 times. So, but I end up succeeding and coming out on top. Got my CDLs, which was a blessing.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. So I end up getting my CDLs, and I end up going in a different direction. you know, from the original plan, and so I ended up getting with a good company. Yeah, so that's who I'm currently with now.
So, there's been a rumor. I'm not gonna say rumor. There's something that you're known for saying and doing, and that's fresh. So, like something, everything your food. What's your obsession with everything being fresh?
Man, I just love cooking and preparing my own food. You know,
Okay.
I see I got control over what's going in my food. So that's my main reason behind fresh. That's why I love fresh so much. You know, it's not processed. It's just good for your body.
Yeah, because I heard you mention you made your own ketchup and your own
Goodness.
mayonnaise, and I know you make your own mustard.
I'm
I know
not.
you make your own.
No.
I see you make kale and potatoes for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I've seen you do peanut butter cheesecake with a brownie bottom. I've seen you do a swirl cake, banana pudding cupcakes. Like what's like. Like what's all this stuff?
Hey, I just love it. I love mixing different flavors and textures, and you know, so I just love trying new things. I'm not a simple person. I'm pretty complex when it comes to flavors, and you know, so I just do the most in the kitchen. It's nothing is never simple, but it's simple because it's fresh ingredients. Yeah, it's complex the method behind it, but yeah, it's simple when it comes to the ingredients. You know what it is. You can pronounce it. You know what I'm putting in my food versus what we out here eating nowadays. You know, so.
Well, I guess that would be something where you have to understand what each spice tastes like. You have to know what certain things. What's the, you know, how would it affect the palate? You know, and that you only get that knowledge from getting the education you receive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that would be the game changer. You're a chef, so I mean.
Yeah.
Yes,
I graduated. I earned that chef behind my name. So thank you. I appreciate it.
That's what's up. Hey, I can't deny that, man. Yeah. Best cook I had pizza from scratch. First time in somebody's house, we made like real like pizza.
Yeah.
Like, man,
inspired by Chicago. We got some of the best foods in Chicago. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So what's some of the food Chicago's known for?
Hey, pizzas, the deep dish, the thin crust, home run ends. Yeah, well, Italian beefs, pizza puffs, Uncle Remus with the mild sauce, which you had some of that. You know, it's a battle between Uncle Remus and Harold's. But, you know, I'm from the West, so I love Uncle Remus. You know, Uncle Remus hands down got my vote on the chicken, you know. So, yeah, the cheese and caramel popcorn. Hey, I want to put y'all up on Enjoy a Corn. Yeah, it's a new spot out there, black owned. Yeah. Garrett's, they getting too commercialized in my opinion, you know. So, Enjoy a Corn is much better. Popcorn stay fresher longer. Yeah, there go that fresh word. But yeah, popcorn lasts about a week or two.
Wow.
Yeah, some good stuff though. Yeah, I really enjoy that. Chicago got some of the best food, so there was a lot of inspiration there behind my cooking. So.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, what's some of the things you cook for people that they just can't stop requesting?
Well, hey, I can't even lie. I can't put my finger on one thing. It's just really whatever I cook. So I don't have a specific thing because I'm just always doing something different.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. All cultural cuisine.
Different stuff.
Any cultural cuisine.
Yeah, I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any culture.
What I don't know, I'll find it out. You know, and I end up just putting my own twist on something, but. You know, I learned the basics. Everything got a basics to it. So I learned the basics and I make it my own.
Tawana Mac, you know, just hearing your story, you know, you sound like you've come from rather humble beginning. You know, you talk about being in a system, foster care system.
Yeah.
You know, at an early age. You know, up until 13. If you say you were in there already before 13.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which means
5 years old.
Oh wow, at 5. Oh man.
Yeah.
So how many brothers and sisters? You siblings?
I had 2 brothers. Had a brother that got killed in Chicago, gang violence. He was 21. Yeah, so so I got 2 brothers. Like I said, one passed away, and I got 2 sisters. I'm the youngest out of 5.
Any niece and nephews and all that?
Yeah, we got a pretty, big family. So we got kids, some of our kids got kids. So we uncles and aunties and great aunties and great uncles. Yeah, so, everything not peachy and cream, but, we got our issues. But the main thing is everybody still here, living, breathing, so, yeah, just no matter no matter what's going on in your life or in your family's life, just, try to come together, and resolve issues.
Because nothing like the joy of people that love you, being around you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Man, so definitely Tawana, man, sounds like a grand journey, man. And, me just knowing you and knowing your journey, from the beginning, from where you came from such a young age, going through those hurdles and obstacles, having a child at a younger age, which really isn't uncommon. It's really not.
Yeah.
Modern society makes an issue like it's an issue only because we have more freedom. Females have more freedom and liberties to do more than women back then.
Right.
Because our grandparents had kids. Not only did they have kids, but they had 8 and 10 of them at a time. 6, 5, and 6 of them. You know what I mean? And they didn't have no education or no college degrees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or no job. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So come on now. But anyway, and it was less opportunities as well.
Okay.
So the fact that made it through, and you did it, and not only that, but don't sound like you made excuses.
No, I didn't. I just, knew what I wanted, and I obviously put the work in to get it. I'm here, I accomplished certain things, but you definitely got to be willing to put the work in. That's the main thing. You got to, dedicate yourself to something. If you're trying to do something, it's just not going to come easy. You got to put the work in.
Now with that elevation, we talk about being in rooms where the doors are open. So with that and your success up until this point, what are some of the other ventures that you've been allowed to walk into, whether it be investment opportunities, whether it be stocks, crypto, real estate, anything have sparked your interest?
Yes, I'm actually, I am an investor. I've been investing for like 6-7 years now. I can't believe it's been that long, but that was definitely one of the more best decisions that I've made so far. Yeah. So,
you tell by the smile. Come on.
Yeah. So I'm into some different things. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So would you say that, so coming from where you come from, would you say that a lot of times, because we hear the conversation that we aren't afforded the opportunities, do you think that it can be said that it's not so much the opportunities or the lack of information? Which one do you think it is?
Yeah, I definitely believe it's the lack of information. And it's more of what you surround yourself around too that plays a part. If you're trying to do something, it's just wise to get in a circle of people that's doing what you want to do, because that's just how you go learn, and there's ways to find those people, once you start to get a plan and, that's what you want to do, I believe you naturally start to gravitate towards people that's doing what you're doing, because obviously you're interested in it, so, you go desire to be around that. Yeah, so definitely with that, it's about what you surround yourself around as well.
So what groups have you been, are there any groups you have an opportunity to be around to build and grow, to learn from?
Yes, actually right now I am into quite a few things. I'm I'm a person that just love evolving and growing in life, learning from my mistakes, and just trying to be a better person. So, with that being said, it's different areas of my life that I choose to focus on each specific thing that I know I want to change about myself. So I find that to be helpful, with watching YouTube videos and podcasts and, reading up on some stuff. And like I said, being around those people that you're trying to, the areas you're trying to grow in, being around those type of people that is doing the things that you desire. So that has been a tremendous help on my journey of growth and elevation, So I've come and got a lot of good people that I've met along the way.
That's what's up. So, who are some of the people you mentioned? Because you mentioned the internet. Because a lot of people today go to social media, for what they call social media influencers, or they do read certain publications or internet publications or internet broadcasting with blogs or whatever podcasts, as you mentioned. So, what are some of the podcasts or YouTube channels that you subscribe to or that you follow to give you
okay? So the areas of my life that I'm working on trying to be better in, which is my spiritual growth, getting closer to God, my femininity, I want to be, just desire to be more in my feminine walk as a woman, so got my femininity, that and finances and relationships, personal growth, personal healing. So those things I have different people for certain areas, and I would say relationships. I like R.C. Blake's. Definitely like him. I like Tony Gaskins, and who else? Dear Future Wifey podcast. I like that. On the spiritual tip, I likes the basement. Tim Ross. I like him. I like my Joyce Myers. So those are some of the things when it comes to financing. Some of my other avenues, and I am interested in the real estate field. Is so I have been watching certain videos, and there's certain people that I follow dealing with real estate. Shout out to Bigger Pockets, one of the best podcasts out there, for real estate journey. A guy named Joe Asimo, Tim Leaks. So those are three of my top people in real estate that I follow. Like I said, that is an area that I'm looking to get into, being a landlord. I pretty much want to give back to the communities as well. So I want to deal with Section 8.
Oh, right on. Yeah, so let me ask you a question in regards to real estate. So the seminars and workshops people put on, like, what do you think about the validity of a lot of that stuff? Because we see the group. I was sent some information about a couple that was in real estate that had a scam going on in Philadelphia. I don't know how true it is or not. Allegedly, they do or have had it going on for years. But have you gone to any reputable seminars or workshops that you could recommend to people?
I haven't. However, I did go to a Section 8 meeting.
And what's exactly that? So what is exactly is a Section 8 meeting?
Well, they have a meeting for landlords and potential landlords, just giving out information about the program, different people to contact. So it's helpful if that's your area of population, if that's what you want to target.
Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Hey, man, I wish you number the best of success in that. Man, God bless, man. That's another venture for Miss Mac. Goodness gracious, you Mac in life, man. What's happening?
I'm just trying to do some of the things I feel in my heart that I possibly called to do, I say at the end, we'll know if it was something that we was doing versus God told us to do. So I'm just trying to be on that path and that journey of life.
Absolutely, absolutely. And man, you're doing a great job, and man, I'm proud of you myself. And man, such an inspiring sister. You know, you ever consider writing a book or autobiography of your life?
I mean, I've been told, but I haven't really gave too much effort into that. I'm not gonna say I would never do it, but right now I do have other things that I'm focusing on right now.
Yeah. So, what about a cookbook? Would you ever consider doing your own cookbook?
Yes, it's open. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
It's just about having the time to do it, really.
Absolutely.
But I'm open.
Hey man, I would definitely suggest, I don't know, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but just me knowing and being somebody who experienced your cooking, I would highly suggest, man, you do a cookbook or a recipe book, man. I know it'd be a top seller.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Definitely game changer, man. But Miss Mac, I definitely appreciate you being with us, man. Before we get out of here, I always want to make sure that we never forget our ancestors, neither our youth. Excuse me, if there are any elders you like to send a shout out to, and let the world remember and know, and let the world know how they be influential in your life, just give love to them and reverence to them.
Yes, absolutely. First, my great aunt. Yeah, she was a entrepreneurial woman. Just on top of her business, taking care of her business. Yeah, so definitely I want to give a shout out to Aunt Jenny. Another one, Brother Howard. He was somebody that I took care of. He, extremely important person in my life. Gave me that emotional support that I needed. Yeah. So them two mainly.
Any other elder, Brother Ronnie?
Oh yeah. I don't know how I forgot about Brother Ronnie, man. Hey, shout out to Brother Ronnie, great dude.
And rest
He
his soul.
definitely, yes,
Rest his soul.
He played a huge part in my growth and maturity. So shout out to Brother Ronnie, appreciate you, and we definitely missing him.
Definitely. And to the youth, to the young sisters or young brothers out there who may come from, maybe in Chicago right now, may come from your block in K-Town, or maybe from the South Side where you grew up, where you got your roots, or just anybody in Phoenix or any journey or in Indiana or wherever, anywhere that may be listening or viewing or hearing this. Like, what's a message to the youth that you would have for the youth? You have any amount of time.
Yeah. I would definitely let them know that, what they're around, their environment is not who they are. Where they at right now, it's a lot of resources out here, and as they get to a certain point in life where they understand that, because it's a sad thing, it's a sad how they being raised, the lack of people around that's supposed to be taking care of them. It's a lot going on with the youth. But I would definitely say that, if they could get it in their heart and their spirit to want to change, hey, it's here. It's here for them. The help is here. It's a lot of resources. So it's really no excuse. You just got to be willing and put the effort in. So I think that's the biggest challenge right there, just being willing, having a desire to be willing and want to do something like that. So, but once they have that, once they develop that, I just feel like sky's the limit for them. So.
That's what's up. Well, Mr. Tawana Mac, man, I thank you for being here with me, man. God bless you as always.
Yes. Thanks for having me. And this was just an awesome experience. I enjoyed being here, and I was a little nervous at first, first time doing this. So, but I just really want to be a blessing and get some words of wisdom just from my experience, things that I learned, areas that I've overcame. So, just want to be of a help, to the community and however I can. So, thanks for having me.
That's what's up, man. But there you have it, man. Hey man, another one, man. Well, not another one, but this is the first one. You know,
Yeah.
hopefully the
Hey.
first of many.
Yeah.
And man, I hope that this was. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And Mr. Tawana Mac, I hope the people enjoyed you, and I hope that your story and your journey, you know, maybe you can come again, you know, for a part 2 another time.
Absolutely, because your story is it's not finished. You know, it's not over. You know, you still got more things that you go experience, other obstacles, challenges. You know, it's just all about how you get through it, and it's all about training your mind to just see the good in everything that's going on. You know, that's what's gonna get you through.
Can you tell people how to get in contact with you on social media? You got any promo you want to do outside? Nah.
Nah, hey, not yet. In the up and coming future, I'll have some set up for you.
All right, Tawana Mac says she good right now. She rocking steady. She
Yeah,
ain't tripping.
hey, I'm sorry, I'm old school. I ain't into all those platforms, but you know, I'm just working on something. I got other things that's kind of more important that I'm trying to accomplish. You know, so but yeah.
That's what's up. There you have it, man. Thanks for being here. We gone. Man, listen. There it is, episode 1 with Tawana Mac McCown's my first guest. I feel real good about the future of this show. I really do. And that was just the breaking point. That's just the icebreaker. Stay tuned, man. Stay tapped in with me. Got much more to come. Man, pardon me, I'm so full right now. We had some grub came on the break. Man, I'm full. Thank goodness for Mexican food, I'm trying to tell you. Look, until next time, man. Stay tapped in with myself, J. Paul. Get me on Instagram at jpaul318. Yes, indeed, on IG. On TikTok, Jermaine Paul318. And on Facebook, the same. Yo, give me a holler, man. Any bookings, anybody would like to get an interview, any ad, any sponsorship, email me, jpaul4008 at Yahoo or jpaul318 at Gmail. Either one, man. Keep professional, and we'll keep it pushing, keep it going. And no matter what you do, man, in life, make sure you live. Till next time, respect and salute.